Before we start today's video, I want to go ahead and give a quick thank you shout out to Mr. Matthew. You know who you are. He made today's thumbnail, okay? I didn't even ask him for it, purely out of the kindness or saltiness of his heart. If he comments under this video, I'll go ahead and pin it. You guys can go show all the love you want or all the hate you want. It doesn't really make a difference to me. No, I'm just playing. Without out the way, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Mr. Baby, and as you read from the title, I kind of want to, discuss what could this unit be accompanied by if this unit is in fact the one of the Dokkanfest units, right? I've seen a lot of people say that this could be, one of the regular summon LRs, like one of the legendary summon LRs, and honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I completely disagree. I don't think they're going to showcase, like they're gonna show a part 2, because again, I do think we're going to get a part 2. I mean, we're obviously going to get a part 2, right? But in that part 2, I do think we're going to get like a legendary summon banner, like we have the last 2 download celebrations, right? I don't think they're going to reveal that unit first, right? A part 1 comes first before part 2. And I think it's obvious that we're going to get a Vegito. Now, in my prediction video for the $350 million celebration, which this celebration is not called that anymore, it's like simultaneous event, simultaneous campaign, whatever. I don't know the full name of it, but I did say in that video that I would really like to see a base form Goku and a base form Vegeta, because that fuse into Vegito, who has an active skill into Super Vegito, right? Now, from this Goku and Vegeta alone, I can't confirm that entire thing, but it does seem that there was some kind of truth to that, right? And again, the only reason why I made that prediction in the first place is because I think that's the smartest thing for Bandai to do, because like if that's the case, you can end up running that Vegeta with every other Vegito in the game, right? Like I wouldn't want another version of the Intelligence Super Vegito, because then I can't run him with that unit, right? I don't want a base form Vegito because I can't run him with any other base Vegito in the game, and I don't want a Super Vegito because I can't run him with any other unit in the game, right? So I want like a Vegito that we can still use with every other Vegito, and this is the perfect way to do that, right? So this is pretty cool. Now, I do think this is going to be one of the 2 Dokkanfest units dropping in part 1. So the question is, who's coming for part 2? And before we answer that, I want to go ahead and answer who's not coming for part 2, right? So there's tons of forms of Boo, right? We have Fat Boo, we have Evil Boo. I think we can all agree that Fat Boo will not be, I mean, it could be, right? But I highly doubt it, right? Fat Boo won't be it won't be Fat Boo, and I mean I think we can all doubt that it also won't be Super Boo, right? Evil Boo, right? Like Evil, I don't think I just said even. I don't think Evil Boo has enough strength on those shoulders to carry a whole celebration. That's just my opinion, right? And then I don't think it's going to be a Super Boo either, right? Super Boo, I mean, JP, not only has JP gotten this Super Boo that you guys are seeing right here during the Golden Week celebration, but we're literally going to get this Super Boo a month or 2 after the down celebration ends anyways, right? So I don't see it being a Super Boo. Now, a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a Buuhan, right? Because Vegito does fight Buuhan, but here's the issue that I have with Buuhan, right? So if we go ahead and take a look at the the transforming or terrifying transforming Majin on this event right here, right? You fight. I mean, it's like you originally awaken like the Buuhan, right? I mean, there's a double Buuhan in here. You can go ahead and awaken the OG Intelligence Buuhan from this event, right? Then you can also awaken the STR transforming Super Boo, and yeah, right. So JP, right, has an extra stage to this event. An extra stage to this exact event that Global does not have, right? So if we can see down here, right, they have a whole other stage, right? They have 4 stages in here. And these medals are required to awaken Super Boo, right? Now, if we were to get a Buuhan, they would have to add another stage to this event, making it a 5-stage event, right? Which means JP would be at stage 5, but what about Global? They're not just going to skip stage 4. right? Or level, whatever you want to call it, stage 4, and then just give us stage 5. They're not going to do that, right? And how do I know they're not going to do that? Well, just look at what they did with the Infinite Dragon Ball History stages, right? They rushed. Okay, the youth category stage was supposed to come out with Gotenks, with the release of Gotenks and Buu, right? But they rushed that out because there will be, as you guys already know, a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage coming to both versions of the game regarding the Majin Buu Saga the Majin Buu Saga celebration. Yeah, I thought I said download celebration, whatever. So I highly doubt they're just gonna go ahead and skip over that and just just give us that stage. So instead, what I think could be coming, right, is not you, an LR Vegito, right, base form Goku, base form Vegeta, fuse into Vegito, active skill Super Vegito, and then for the next unit, right, like the let's go ahead and pull them up. For the second Dokkanfest unit, I would really like to see an LR Kid Buu. Now, we don't even have an LR Buu in the game, period, right? But Kid Buu, like, desperately needs love. Like, I'm talking, like, desperately. They can easily. I would not mind if this Buu is the next best unit in the game. I really would not mind at all. But I feel like Kid Buu is the most like it just makes the most sense, right? Like, if you think about it, right? Okay, just think about it for 1 second. If you think about everything that they've been doing towards the Majin Buu Saga celebration, right? Like, they've been buffing the Majin Buu Saga for like the last year, if you guys haven't really been noticing, right? I mean, all the way in during New Year's, we got Majin Vegeta, okay, and we got the new Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? So that era of the Majin Buu, like that moment in the Majin Buu Saga celebration, is over, right? Like, they're not going to touch that again. I mean, we could see like a super attack renewal of LR Majin Vegeta, which would be really cool. But other than that, we're done focusing on that portion of the Majin Buu Saga, right? And then JP drops Ultimate Gohan. Okay. Well, actually, before Ultimate Gohan, we got Gotenks and Super Buu, right? So that era of the Majin Buu Saga is kind of over. And then we got Ultimate Gohan, right? Now, after Ultimate Gohan is where all this shenanigans start happening, and then, I mean, it would make sense that an LR, Buhan would be next. But first of all, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I don't see, like, Buhan, again, is very, very hype. I'm not taking away anything from his name, but I don't really see him as like a Dokkanfest LR. I'm sorry, I just don't. I really don't. I think Kid Buu is definitely deserving of that slot. Now, let's say we were to get LR Kid Buu. Okay, first of all, if we were to get LR Kid Buu, they would add a new stage to this event right here, right? Pure Destruction and Carnage, blah, 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 blah. They would add a new stage to this. We can go ahead and farm up the medals to awaken that LR Kid Buu, right? Now, let's say we were to get LR Kid Buu. The question would be, okay, so then what's the Part 2 LR, right? Now, okay. So, during the 250 million down celebration, we got 2 Dokkanfest units, okay, 2 Dokkanfest units, and an LR in Part 2, which was LR Goku and Frieza, right? During the 300 celebration, they actually stepped it up a little bit, okay? So, what they did was they gave us 2 Dokkanfest LRs, and then a Legendary Summon LR as Part 2 of the celebration. Now, who's to say they won't step it up this year? How do you step it up? By giving us 2 Dokkanfest LRs in Part 1, and then 2 Legendary Summon units in Part 2. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's a little bit too much to ask, especially since we literally, like, Global literally just came off of that, right? Because remember, our anniversary gave us 2 Dokkanfest LRs, Gogeta and Vegito, and then they dropped us, in Part 2, they dropped 2 Legendary Summon LRs, which was Rose, well, the Broly Trio and LR Rose, right? So, to think they're gonna do that again, but, like, the reason why I don't really doubt it, right, is because, like, if you think about it, like, this is one of the biggest celebrations throughout the whole year. Yes, the anniversary is huge, but the anniversary isn't celebrated simultaneously by both versions of the game, right? So JP has their anniversary in January, or late January, all the way through, like, the beginning of March, and then we have our anniversary, Global, beginning of July, all the way to, like, mid-August, right? Or, like, beginning mid-August, something like that, right? Basically the same amount of time. But this celebration is going to be shared by both. Like, basically the whole world, right, is going to be sharing the celebration. So I don't think they would hold back, right, and disappoint everyone. One thing is disappointing Global, and one thing is disappointing JP. But it's another thing to disappoint, you know, the whole world, right? In terms of Dokkan. So I would not mind. I don't think it's entirely out of the question to see 2 Dokkanfest LRs and 2 summonable, like legendary summon LRs. Now, if that were to be the case, who would they be, right? If it's going to be 1 legendary summon LR, I think the unit that's most rewarding, right, to end the Majin Buu Saga celebration, right, would obviously be like an LR Goku, you know, who basically kills Majin Buu, right, with the Spirit Bomb, Super Spirit Bomb, goes Super Saiyan, blah 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 blah, right? Like it's a very infamous moment. We can actually go ahead and pull him up, right? But I think like that's going to be like one way or another they have to include a unit like that, right? I mean, it could be. I'm looking for a more specific unit like this right here. Okay, so this guy right here. I think it's very possible to see this guy in some way or form as an LR during part 2 of the celebration. But if it's going to be, like, here's the thing, right? If it's going to be 2 LRs, I don't know who it's going to be, because, like, this would be against Kid Buu, right? So you would think, okay, it's going to be this Goku. It could be also like a Goku and Vegeta, like, let's say, like Goku switches with Vegeta, and then Vegeta holds Buu off and gets absolutely clapped or something while this guy holds the Spirit Bomb. Like, whatever they decide to do, right? It can be a Goku and Vegeta exchange unit, something along those lines. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. But then who would be the other unit, right? Like, I don't know. I can't really think. It would be related to Majin Buu Saga somehow, right? But that's like my only issue, right? Like, I feel like this would also be a perfect time to drop a Kid Buu. But Kid Buu, if he's going to have an LR in the game, especially this is Buu's. Okay, again, let me show you guys. This category, the Majin Buu Saga category, does not have a single LR Buu. We have no LR. We have LR Great Saiyaman. We have LR Hercule, who is not Hercule and Buu. His name was literally just Hercule. So I mean, we say Hercule and Buu, but his name is just Hercule. We have LR Babidi and Deborah, Trunks and Goten, LR Majin Vegeta, Vegito, Go Bro. Okay, literally, dude, this unit, like, I don't care. I know this happened supposedly during the Majin Buu Saga, but like, no, like, Goten, like, this is the Broly movie. This should not be. Okay, whatever. So again, like, let me know what you guys think, right? I mean, there's just so many possibilities. Okay, actually, there's not that many possibilities. I think it's either going to be Buuhan or Kid Buu. Again, with Buuhan, I don't know how they're going to make that work, because again, they're gonna have to skip over a stage, which I don't think they're gonna do, because again, they rushed the Dragon Ball Infinite Dragon Ball History stage over on Global so that we can be caught up with JP in terms of stages, right? So with that said, I don't really think they're just gonna go ahead and skip over an event like this. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, shout out to Matthew for the thumbnail, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.